My parents moved me to Oregon, to the South Coast, where I went to school, and I started developing a relationship with nature.
I mean, I made a way stronger connection to the ocean when I moved here.
You have to get creative. You have to try something else or use something in a way that hasn't been used before.
There's so much beauty and just pure wild energy here.
Always go home. There's even more to learn every single time you go home.
There's always one, at least. I think I've been here, what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes max? And just in this short stretch of beach, this is what we've picked up. It's a lot. For a long time, it was really hard for me to really be able to stop and take in the natural beauty, because all I could focus on was the plastics. It's almost like treasure hunting in some ways. You know, everything has a story. You have to wonder, what does this item seek? I think I get inspired a lot of times by the colors, the shapes, and then also the patina of things that have been weathered for a really long time. It might not look like anything to anybody, but sometimes I will see something in it. And that's like the octopus I built. I found the eye. It belonged to a stuffed animal. It made me think of an octopus eye. And so that whole piece came about because of that one piece. It's little bottles, markers, caps. I love all the little bottle caps for the suckers. I think creativity, it's curiosity for me. I mean, that's where it stems from. I thrive on that. I find a lot of people are like that here in Southern Oregon.
When I first started South Coast Tours, this area here was so thick with bull kelp, and in a matter of 5 years, the perfect storm sort of wiped out this little kelp forest.
That bull kelp is what we call a foundation species, and that three-dimensional habitat attracts all kinds of critters. Fish, zooplankton, whales feeding on the zooplankton, and of course, the urchins. Urchins are herbivores. They eat the kelp.
Yeah, that's a good-sized purples. So these are the culprit, the ones that have just kind of gone nuts here. There's just so many of these little purple guys.
Once they've eaten all that kelp, they run out of food. When you open them up, you'll just see just like little brown stringy gonads, like they just are completely starving. To be honest with you guys, that is not a great color.
Having the kelp forest gone, it's impacting a lot of different things. I mean, the whales love to forage around the kelp, and without the kelp there, we've definitely seen less whales over in Nellie's Cove area this year.
The Oregon Kelp Alliance is doing a kelp forest restoration project. The restoration work involves culling the purple sea urchins with the goal of creating conditions where the kelp can actually recover. What we're hoping to do is sort of develop these best practices. Where are the places where we are at risk of losing or have lost these really important ecosystems?
I would prefer to do some work and try and make things better rather than just sitting around and hoping for the best. Taking matters into your own hands and trying to fix something that wasn't otherwise going to be addressed. That's creative, right? Wanting to do something about it rather than just waiting to see what happens.
How does foraging fit into all this? Well, people are getting educated. Some people are going to maybe forage in a place that used to be a kelp forest and then going on a dive and realizing like, wait, where'd my kelp forest go? And I'm one of those people. I've been diving here for many years, and when I started diving and seeing these changes, you know, it really opened my eyes and really motivated me.
Yeah, we've got some wading to do.
Whenever you get in the canoe, keep both hands on the rails. You can see the clam's eyes. Those will get bigger as the tide goes down. And then we would just go through, pick them up like that.
I like to bring students down because it's not very often that they get experiences like this. Somebody comes down here and they go clamming with my dad, then they know how important it is, not only to him, but it becomes important to them, and that's part of the preservation. The more people that know about South Slough, the more it is preserved. Very, very fortunate to have grown up here. Didn't know how fortunate I was until I went away. Always look for the eyes.
Yeah, I'm so excited to eat these.
Places like South Slough have even more importance for the indigenous people that are from here. Things were taken away from us, our languages. The landscape was removed from us. Those are all different things that help you remember what your traditional culture is. You have to be creative in using adjacent tribal practices to augment what you have very little knowledge about. Not necessarily creating something entirely new, but making an informed creation. It's okay to borrow. People would say, well, then it's not authentic. It is authentic because culture always changes. It's like water on pavement. It takes the path of least resistance. It finds the crack.
It's a problem-solving process, and I think artists are problem solvers too.
Art and science aren't that different.
And I think they both are about challenging the status quo.
There's still places that hold lessons